So today our creek of choice is actually called a river. I don't know how big it has to be considered a river versus a creek, but I have always drove by this spot on 18151, which is right here, and it looks kind of good to fish, but I don't know what's in it, so we're about to find out what's in it. So let's get some baits out and decide what we're going to start off with. We're going to take this medium action pole. Episode 10 of the Dane County Trout Challenge. And I have drove by this spot many times in the past and thought, man, does this spot look good for trout fishing? It's a beautiful meandering stream flowing through a wetland. Epic is built right here, but otherwise it looks really nice for fishing. And I went up to this creek and there was lots of 3 to 5 foot deep holes in the creek. So I ended up fishing here for like 2 or 3 hours, and I didn't have a single bite on a spinner or on a Rapala or on a Castmaster, which I use. I tried throwing a number 2 Panther Martin, the number 4 spinner that I made in the video I posted on how to make a trout spinner, and a number 6 Panther Martin. And I also tried throwing a rooster tail, and I tried throwing a Castmaster and a number 6 and 8 Husky Dirk, and I couldn't get anything to rise out of these big pools at all. So then, in desperation, I put on an ice fishing jig with the ice fishing plastic. And then, as you'll see in a minute in this video, something happened. The creek itself is not stocked with trout, but tributaries such as Badger Mill Creek, which flows in a couple miles downstream from here, is annually stocked with fingerlings. This is my first stream I fished in this challenge. And so does Mount Vernon Creek and the West Branch of the Sugar River, which flows into this creek. So there may be some limited natural reproduction of trout here, but there's no actual stocking. The only trout that have been stocked in here recently were some rainbow trout, fingerlings. And I think they were stocked downstream. Caught something. Is it chub? We broke the skunk. Wrong species though. At least we caught something. We caught this beautiful creek chub. Look at this beautiful chub, and we caught it on an ice fishing plastic on a jig. Another one. Another chub. Got another chub. Look at this beautiful chub. Oh, this is another species. This is a common shiner. And then what common shiner wanted to be released. Shit. Well, these two fish are the 18th and 19th different species I have caught this year. That's just awesome. And I haven't even started like fishing the river for rough fishing various fish species also, which will definitely add to the amount of species I've caught. All in all, I had a great time here, although I did not catch any trout. And I also found a softball, and I picked up a plastic bag and some other chunks of plastic, and I'm going to start picking up garbage at some of these creeks that I see. So all in all, it was a fun time exploring, but unfortunately I did not catch any trout. I might try this stream again, but I think there's only a few trout in here, but the potential to get big is pretty high because there's lots of other warmer water forage species in here. So this may be a low density, high quality size creek. But all in all, it looks really nice and looks like it has lots of habitat for fish. So this is a good looking creek.
Not much for rocky substrate in this creek. So let's start looking for critters we find. So we got this stick. So, are these Chironomidae?
For nymphs, here's what we're finding. I think these are chironomids. I don't know. All I know is I challenged Fly Fishing Ninja to eat some of these, so I found some nymphs. So I'm gonna eat them. Tastes like nothing. Oh, and we found this thing here, crawling down this piece of wood I pulled up. This is actually some other type of nymph. This is a caddis. I don't know what this is, but this just started to crawl down the log. It has a fork in the tail, so it's whatever that is. Here's some more critters crawling around. There's not much for rocks in this stretch of stream, but there's definitely lots of little larvae this big. It's 40 some odd degrees, so we have more of those same nymphs. I should look up on my phone what they are. This is green. This thing's green. I don't know what this is. You can't see the color very well, but it's green. This is a damselfly nymph? Or is this a green caddis? This is some other type of nymph that's green. I think this is a damselfly nymph. I could be wrong. Well, that's what this looks like. So here's what we're finding in the creek. So I better go up to some substrate and get some underwater footage of it. Unfortunately, yeah, see, there's some more nymphs.
on here. So there's definitely some nymphs. They're still pretty small though.
So my shoutouts for this video will go to my new @fish and Cook Goes Hunting. Their links will be in the description below. And again, my shoutout, just comment on my videos, and I randomly choose 2 of the people who comment on my videos. So if you continue to comment on my videos, I will probably give you a shoutout soon. So this trig was a major letdown to me. It looked really good, and then I went and fished it, and I had absolutely no action on my regular trout stuff. At least I didn't get skunked. I might try this creek in a different spot, because I hear there's some trout in here and probably big trout, but it wasn't meant to be this day, and that's why it's called fishing, not catching. I'll see you next time on this series, and I'm loving doing this series because it's so unpredictable. Thanks for watching.